6, 5. Oh.
Favorite 360, Riley? Hello. I got y'all though. If I nick the shot, I get to grab the cheeks. But if I miss, she gets to smack me.
Why can I grab that?
You want what?
Why can I grab that?
Grab what you gonna grab? That's a win-win. Let's go. You know?
Yeah, that's gonna be
All right. That's all. You get to grab it. Favorite 360, Riley? Hello. I got y'all though. If I nick the shot, I get to grab the cheeks.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. A first down throw for Young. And that is incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden, but it'll be second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. A pass underneath for Fournette. And some room to run. There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 79 yards. And the Jaguars go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Biletnikoff. 7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Now here's Mahomes. Incomplete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Dillon, they try the left side with him. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Dillon, a 23-yard run. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now.
Oh, wide open, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 80 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Throwing, Young. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Young. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Here we go. Striker, 3-3.
Fourth down, Young. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
Bro, I'm not playing right now. I got a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Let's go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Young. Looking for Bolden, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. One of the best safeties ever, Ed Reed, in there to make the stop behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach has walked.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Young off the play fake. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Young, and it's caught. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Set, hunt. Ball ran.
Now Young on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try the left side with Dillon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Finding Walker complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To the right side, this is Dillon. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A tight end carry for Delaney Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Young. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Pulling good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Mahomes now on first down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Running left is Dillon. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Dillon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Dillon up the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a real...
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Ryan's throw caught by Pierce. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, it's a little...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts. And that is caught, one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Indy. 53 yards. Now, this has been a signature of his over a sensational career since entering the league back in 2008. And you can see still plenty of strength left in that arm for the former MVP. Six 0 our score after one. They'll run here with Taylor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And he'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in a crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that, an excellent way to continue to earn more opportunities.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On play action, Lawrence. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They go play action with Lawrence. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Ready.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we go the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this 2nd half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
6-6, bullet pass. 6.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They run once more with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, it's Taylor. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Running straight ahead, Taylor trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 39. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. Well, this one complete to Doolin. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. On 2nd and 12, Ryan will set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Third and long. It's Ryan. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 36 yards. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan, and his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw again is Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Josh Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags are on their way to a 2-0 start. Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. That's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Hey, Johnson. Go. Hey, hold it.
They go play action with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Down. On the ball.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point try now for Patterson. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked